Most of my summers were spent at my uncle's house. We'd pack up the car and drive all day just to spend a couple of months with my cousins. The start of summer was always exciting. Late night games, pool days, and endless plans for fun. But somehow something always went wrong, and by the end of it, we'd all be counting the days until we could go home. One summer sticks out probably because it was such a disaster. My uncle decided me and one of my cousins should help him rearrange these giant 90-pound bricks in his garage. They were uneven and slanted, and our job was to move and stack them properly. It was one of those scorching hot days where the heat feels like a weight on your chest. And lucky me, I got paired with one of my older cousins, the one who always seemed annoyed, constantly complaining, and generally unpleasant to be around. We were dripping with sweat, awkwardly lifting and moving these heavy bricks. At one point, I held one down while she adjusted another. I should have been more careful. She let the brick she was holding slip, and it smashed down on my fingers. I'll never forget the way she looked at me, straight in the eyes, with this smug, satisfied grin, like she'd been waiting for a chance to do something like that. Then she just walked off, leaving me there in pain, holding my throbbing hand. The pain was awful. My fingers swelled up, and I was sure I was going to lose a nail. Later that night, my youngest cousin came into my room with this tiny bottle of oil. He told me it would take the pain away. I knew he was completely making it up, but he looked so proud of his little remedy that I let him try. It wasn't long before I realized he'd grabbed motor oil from my uncle's sewing machine. We both cracked up, laughing so hard we forgot about my hand for a little while. Sure enough, my nail came off about a week later, and it took months for it to grow back. Looking back, I learned an important lesson. Never team up with a moody cousin, especially if she's holding something heavy. But honestly, it's moments like the motor oil cure that I remember most. The small, ridiculous things that made the bad parts easier to handle. Do you have that one family member who just makes everything harder? How do you deal with it? Don't forget, like, subscribe, and comment below.